Hi Eagles, I just wanted to make a quick video to go over the interim assessments that are happening next week for our math students. They will be taking place on October 22nd and 23rd, which is next Thursday and Friday. This information has already gone out in the Campus Eagle Eye, but I wanted to make just a video for our students and our parents that just explained all the information on this slideshow and to try to answer some additional questions for you guys at the very end by providing my phone number and information if you have questions or you need to talk to us about anything. Alright, so you might be wondering what an interim assessment is, but an interim assessment is going to be used to measure a student's understanding of a broader span of student expectations to monitor progress, predict summative performance, and identify students for intervention. So some examples of that might be a benchmark or the STAR interim assessment. Okay, we are using this as a benchmarking instrument to just kind of see where we're at. It'll just help your child's math teacher plan for better instruction. It'll allow us to fill in some gaps, things like that. It will not be for a grade. It is just to be able to see what things we are great at and what things we still need to work on in terms of math content. So for the test in math, your child has already taken a reading interim assessment. Math is going to be set up the exact same way. There's two sections. Based on how your child does in section 1, section 2 is going to place them kind of in an appropriate section 2. So it's going to be geared to their needs. Science and social studies will also take an interim assessment at some point during the year, so you can expect information about that. As far as testing at home, we are going to use a browser option. We will be using the browser that you see on this slide right here, but we will also be sending you, if you are a student, we will be sending you this email. You will get this email right before you take your math interim test, and it will explain to you the exact browser to go to and your username and your password. Prior to starting the test, you're going to listen to all your teacher instructions. She's going to give you permission, she or he will give you permission to begin. You will use the login information. We will monitor you the entire time that you take this interim test. If you do not have a functioning camera on your device, we need to make arrangements for you to come to campus and take this interim assessment. We want to be able to make this as much like a testing environment that you would see on campus as we possibly can. So please make sure you get in touch with your child's teacher if you do not have a functioning camera option, because we will need to be able to see the students for the duration of this test. One of the things that we noticed from the reading interim test, that when your kids go to log in to the site, that it is helpful for them to type in their username and password instead of copying and pasting, and then you are going to remove the quotations around the test session before logging in. Okay? Let me get back to our presentation. What you see on this slide is the minimum system requirement. So I am going to advise you to pause this video to make sure that your device has these running systems to make sure that we can take the interim assessment without very much frustration on you or your child's part. The thing that you cannot see that my screen is cutting off is the use of a functioning keyboard, but that would be for writing assessments and essays, so we shouldn't have to worry about that for math. And headphones might be helpful for some of the audio. So as far as supported browsers, the most recent version of Chrome is highly recommended for the best performance of this interim assessment. Firefox and Safari aren't recommended, but it will operate. We just need you to make sure that you have the latest version of Firefox and Safari downloaded, because that will make the system performance improve. But you just need to know that should you use Firefox or Safari, there might be some things that are not supported. Internet Explorer or Edge browsers are not supported by the interim assessment. On testing day, we just talked about how your student would get an email about their login information. So we also want to make sure that your child has access to a pencil and paper, a quiet testing environment, things like that, just so they can do their very best. As far as testing and security and data reporting, well, once the student is logged into the test, the student should not leave the testing session, toggle in and out, close the browser, open the browser. We understand that there might be some issues with internet, but as far as beginning the test, we would like for the kids to finish within their class period. They may go over a little bit, and that we completely understand that. But as far as beginning a test and working on something else and coming back, we just want them to sit down and focus on taking their interim assessment like they would if they were on campus with us. So testing items should not be copied or shared or any manner like that. We want you to have signed the student oath that is in Skyward. So there is a parent oath and a student oath in Skyward to make sure that both of those are done prior to taking the assessment. Violating any of the test security and administration policies and procedures could cause a student to receive no score or receive school discipline. Students and parents will not be able to see interim scores until they are shared by the teacher of record. We will share with the kids how they did on the interim assessment at some point. This is the first time that we've ever given interim assessments in this manner, so be patient with us, but we will get in touch with you and your student to let you know how they did on these interim assessments. For technical support that day, we on campus are going to try to do as much technical support as far as getting kids logged in and signed in as we possibly can. We understand that internet issues and things like that are going to happen. I've tried to advise my personal classes to just not be stressed out about it. We're just going to do the best we can. If you have any questions that you need answered, you can either contact your child's math teacher or you can call me. My name is Lindsay Brown, and my number is 713-814-7275, and my email is lkeene, Keene, @alvinisd.net. And if there is a question that you might have that I can answer for you, I will be happy to do that, or I will find someone that is able to answer your question. So good luck on your interim assessments, and we hope everybody is ready for next week. Bye, guys.